Hi there, and welcome to Apple World. It appears as though liquor made her messy. Big Time Monica is recounting her side of the story and carrying receipts to show how liquor made a special effort to disrupt Monica's vocation and child. This show is untidy, yet it doesn't end there in light of the fact that Monica is presently blaming Cognac for selecting her sibling Ra to toss conceal at Monica and paint her out to be the troublemaker in this story. Young lady, you should be sitting for this show, since it seems as though Monica is finished playing the great young lady. Okay, so for you all to comprehend this muddled tea, we really want to return to the actual beginning of this show. On the off chance that you were a 2000 OS teen, it was basically now that you didn't get the intensity of the raving success. The kid is in condition. Melody was such a large amount, and right? That even big-name craftsmen today, like Ariana Grande, are making fronts of the represented. It was such a bang that it became one of the smash hit melodies of 19 hamburgers. It additionally burned through 13 weeks at the highest point of the Jump 100U, making you public. That would be sufficient justification for them to be rage great desires. Meal. I intend what preferred method for holding over to have a main melody. Well, it didn't exactly figure out that way for Monica and Liquor on the ground. As that not long after the tune dropped, they began beefing hard. It's not hard to see the reason why they would have issues with one another, particularly thinking about how hard the business was setting them in opposition to one another. They were both exceptionally effective and skilled people of color in the business, so you can wager your only remaining dollar that the media and industry drove them into contest by contrasting them with one another, discussing how this one was better compared to the or. Next yakety yak being youthful young ladies. It didn't take long for Monica and Brandy to fall into it, and that is the means by which the meet began. It got so terrible that they could scarcely stand one another. And before a presentation of their hit tune at an honor show in 1998, the two craftsmen got physical, and Monica wound up punching Cognac as per maker, Dallas Austin. Monica popped Liquor in the face before they got on the stage to perform. What many recall was an astonishing presentation that T added to the outcome of the single, yet as Dallas guaranteed, it wasn't all peaches and cream. Back there, he even guaranteed that Monica could have done without Cognac, and that in the event that she didn't like you, that was all there was to it. That sounds very much like Monica, a heavyweight hamburger. They got in a battle heavyweight meet. Okay, was it the Amos or MTV? They went to do one of them. However, Monica never enjoyed Cognac and Liquor. You realize she was like, Mon. Ike's very ghetto when it came down to it. She resembled she's too legitimate and she's excessively this. And I figure Liquor could have taken a gander at her a specific way, 2 or multiple times, and saw her like the little, thus starting there. It was very much like they, even to have them do the load up. My Monica was like, no, not doing no tune with her. I resembled, come on. You got to, it checks out, and Clive needs it. And you realize how about we get it done. So we did the melody. He fact that the tune you should be at battle with one another, so no one could truly tell pushed in the face. Before the exhibition, in an old meeting, Monica guaranteed. When they shooting however, for the kid, Plant Cognac had placed her finger in Monica's face, and a little show? The not yours, not mine, mean line in the melody. Monica claims that she lashed out in light of the fact that she obviously tracked down it, which was extremely rude. It drove Dallas Austin to change the activity for that line to write. Moving to and fro while inclining toward nosed out, they in the music video. The meet got so terrible that they didn't address each other for quite a long that, after the definitely dropped thing about Liquor and Monica. They plainly know how to clutch since they barely addressed Monk or even recognized each other for quite a long until they chose to set aside their issues and dropped another tune. Yet again, together, calling has a place for me. Presently, individuals expect that them drop one more tune implied that their hamburger was over. However, this was a long way from the case, in light of the fact that their meet just reignited and exploded with Monica, guaranteeing that Cognac called her ghetto, which upset her. There were bits of gossip about them going on visit together, yet it rapidly turned out to be evident that the visit wouldn't occur. I mean, these ladies got into a battle behind the stage and tossed hands before a 5-minute execu. Tyan and I would rather not ponder what might have occurred in the event that they went on visit. Kid, one of them would have wound up in the emergency clinic without a doubt. Goodness! And don't for a moment even get me began on how Liquor has been blamed for pushing obscure toward Monica in the past. For instance, when Monica began her spirit-going test. A fan requested that Cognac participate in the test, saying, "Liquor, might you at any point kindly do the Monica challenge?" And Liquor answered, "Ciao. Bye." There's likewise when Monica guaranteed that Whitney Houston was like a divine helper to her. And Liquor continued endlessly about how Whitney was her own genuine divine helper. She posted photos of her and Whitney on the arrangement of the film Cinderella and said everyone needed what we had and have. And I'm sufficiently honored to have been your companion, Pixie God Girl, and make history with you as my Pixie God. Mother, and presently you're my heavenly messenger. Our bond is unrivaled. I love me some. Cognac, however, we're not going to mislead anybody. And Imagine That Way wasn't really obscure of her anywhat, who these two have proceeded to hamburger and avoid one another. And we have all come to acknowledge that they could do without one another, and likely never will. So we've sort of continued on from that yet, for reasons unknown. Bry's sibling Beam, Jay, wouldn't continue on from the show, and he, as of late, begun pushing the possibility of Liquor and Monica going on visit the intriguing thing Abby. Out this is that, despite the fact that he continued to push for the visit, he made a point to make it seem as though Monica was the person who was keeping down and didn't believe the visit should happen. He said nothing regarding his sister, except for he continued onward endlessly about Monica, like the time he left a remark during one of Monica's Instagram live meetings, and he said, "Liquor and Monica visit, if it's not too much trouble, we should leave a mark on the world. One run for the fans, 100 milliliters." In addition to, for both of you, Monica clarified that she hadn't arrived for this kind of conduct, since she accepted that Beam J was attempting to assist Liquor with subverting her once again and make her look terrible and public. Yet, Reggie didn't regard her desires, and he then, at that point, proceeded to tell the folks at the Morning Meal Club that there would have been a visit where both Cognac and Monica could make $100 million, each the two of them. I figure they can get up that show, however. Who opens that show? I mean, obviously Monica would need to open it. Right, no doubt need to open it, see? Definitely, I would think. So, I mean, 'cause they beheadle something else. Perhaps you could do like a tune to melody. Someone needs to come out first. No doubt, except for that is not a definitely RSVP, better believe it. Well, definitely, that was no possibility, better believe it. No, look, Liquor Cognac ain't having that. Possibly she yet the Liquor Monic visit, or the Monica Cogna. C visit. Whichever one I'm my title is Cognac. Monica, yet I believe that now the sound of 100 million is all that anyone could need to make most circumstance for the rest of time disregard anything hamburger they have G on. However, Monica at last had enough of Beam J talking on her and attempting to pressure her to reveal more than was prudent into accomplishing something that didn't. So she called him out via web-based entertainment, advising him to keep her name out of his mouth or, in all likelihood, she composed, "I've been over and again reached about interviews," and so on, where my name and visit prospects are being examined. I've not gotten any agreements or calls about an expressed visit at Beam J. I'm sympathetically requesting that you quit addressing me in public. A confidential discussion would be both essential and deferential. Cognac is a legend. She's one of the few with a broad list that I profoundly regard, and a voice sent from paradise for reasons unknown. Deezus got her a ton of disdain from Cognac fans, and she was getting hauled for being trivial, so she emerged to uncover that Liquor has been painting her as the miscreant for quite a while, and she was weary of it. She said, "I get it. I will be for the rest of time the troublemaker in this present circumstance, and nobody." Subscribe Apple World for more videos.